Hi, I'm Tiffany,
And I'm Austin.
and this is Dish It.
We are going to be talking about not really some like relationships, but the
The
list that
list.
people make.
Mainly girls.
It's true, girls who make a lot of lists. I personally feel like girls shouldn't have the list where it's just the whole. If I date a guy, he's gotta have this, and this, and his eyes have to match this, and his eyes have to be this color brown, but not that color brown.
That's
And
not the type of stuff we put on our list.
But girls do that. They'll do anything. It'll go down from the type of
Bible
hair he has down to the
you
kind of car he has.
have to write out your vision in order for it to happen. And if you want that man, you write down on the list the vision of the man that you want.
I hope Tina Turner didn't write down nothing about Ike. Good Lord, she messed that up. I'm just saying, a lot of girls do that I just think that if you write down a list of somebody and there's like 15, 16 things on there, you're making up somebody that doesn't exist. Or you're going to sit around waiting for somebody.
That's not particularly true. Okay, so what if I write all of the qualities of a guy that does exist?
Like what?
Like funny, smart, handsome.
All right, so what if you meet a guy
great personality?
But what if you meet a guy who's funny and smart and not handsome, but he's just everything you want? So would you date him or would you not? Because the handsome isn't there, and that's on your list for him to be handsome.
Well, sometimes you will have to I won't say settle, but if that person is a really good guy and that you know that this is the person you see yourself falling in love with. It's about falling in love.
Okay, well that's what I'm saying about the listing. Then you can't fall in love.
But basically, I fell in love with people on my list, and like maybe because he's not handsome to everybody else, he's handsome to me. Mm-hmm. So I have my handsome, smart, and funny.
Well, that's true. Because I do believe when somebody says that they think somebody's ugly or something like that, there's somebody out there for everyone.
You create a list right now.
Gabrielle Union. That's it.
No.
That's Janet Jackson.
No. Give specific things.
Okay, like what? Gotta be able to cook.
Okay. So that proves the guys to make a list too. Yeah. You want a woman that can cook. You want a woman that can clean. You basically want a woman that's gonna be your mama.
No. I don't want to wake up and see Brenda. No, thank you. No, thank you. No.
I'm not talking about see looks in her, but the qualities of her. And actually, that's another good key point because a lot of people they say you date what you know, like the men that you date or the women that you date,
or if your mother or father.
Yeah, it's like. Some has similarities to your father or has similarities to your mother. That's usually the person that you gonna end up falling in love with.
I mean, cooking is a big thing, but I can cook myself,
I'm just not talking about cooking. I'm talking about just like qualities. Like, okay, my mama was a really nice person, or somebody like some people even marry women that even like have the same like wear their hair like their mama or dress a certain way just like their mama did, but not that this girl looks just like your mama, but she has certain, like, it's that home that
I get
comfort.
What you're saying.
That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I just think that if you put too many things on your list, you're gonna start thinking of you're building a person that's not actually there. Or if you meet somebody who's that person that's everything that you need and is there for you, if they don't fit your list, then you could just let them go. Like the perfect person could be in your face, but you let them go.
Well, you wouldn't want, if you're a girl, you wouldn't want a guy to do that to you.
Do what?
So make a list and be like, oh, well, your hair isn't long enough.
Or that's because men aren't as complicated as
your butt isn't big enough. Yes. Y'all don't just take anything. Girls are more taking anything over a guy.
No, it depends on what a man wants.
Y'all take anything to have sex with them, but y'all don't take anything to actually date and want a wife that woman.
No, because that's different. If you talk about somebody you want a wife, then yeah, you're going to sit there and take the time for it. If you talking about somebody you just messing around with, no. This is whatever.
So you have a list.
Not a list preferences.
That's a list. That's the same thing a woman is saying. She has preferences of what she wants. She wants a guy that is handsome. She wants a guy that has muscles. She wants a guy that's gonna go to the cider meal with her.
Love that cider meal.
Intimate into his emotions. And if there's any men out there like that, I know someone just for you.
If you like cider, we got the perfect person. You want to make candles? That's it. Over there. You want to make candles? We got it. We got the perfect person for you. But I don't know. I feel that even with if you're making lists and stuff like that, and then we'll just segue into that too, with people who are dating. You know, you're dating someone, and the whole no having sex thing, which a lot of people, I wouldn't say it's taboo, but a lot of people just don't believe waiting until you're married to have sex is possible.
But if you did, it would be a lot less teen pregnancies. It would be a lot less STDs out there. It'll be a lot more other stuff. Like, it's like this world is what contains of sex. But if you actually keep your mind stayed on Jesus and other things, then you don't have to even worry about that.
Glory. There we go.
You don't have to worry about that. So and like that's what I was saying earlier too to our friend over here. I was telling her that the reason why people end up doing it is because people are being around you having all these negative thoughts and telling you that it's impossible, and
which is not impossible.
Because what if you do have sex with that person? That don't mean they're gonna stay with you. That don't mean they're gonna marry you. That don't mean they're gonna be with you. So why give up something so sacred and precious to someone that's not just gonna use?
But see, that's the thing. You just said it right there. You said something so sacred and so precious. People don't think of that as being so sacred and so precious. People just, you get it in with whoever you want to get it in.
But women don't think that. Not
but
all.
There are women who
I know,
do that.
I know there are, but it's based on what they was raised and how somebody that, you know, example in front of you. Mm-hmm. A woman that's more like, have that example, or not saying that they're going to actually follow that example, but it's women out there that was raised a certain way, and they're doing a way, and they try to wait, but because of the negative forces around them, and bad, you know, well, that's not going to happen, well, that's impossible, and all that other stuff.
Yeah, I just think people really just get so hung up on it, or just like even if, you know, I think even when it comes to dating, I don't see anything wrong with people dating for a while before you call somebody your boyfriend or girlfriend. I just think that's like what some people do it after 2 weeks.
But girls want a title.
Okay, there's nothing wrong with having a title.
I mean, I'm not you could be friends first, but I'm not about to be your friend for no year and not.
No, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about if it's like 2 months or something, and then like, oh, you know, I want us to be exclusive. That's cool. If you're waiting 6, 7, and 8 months, and y'all just, hey, this Keisha.
No, so we don't need no titles.
Then
we higher than that.
That's something different. But I think that sometimes people move too quickly in as far as when it comes to relationships and dating and stuff like that. And when it comes to sex, it's just like, oh, if you dating or if I'm paying for your meal and you know what I need to return. That's basically what it is. But nobody wants to wait. Or they feel like it's impossible.
That's so inconsiderate. I'm paying for your bill, so you gotta pay me back in return.
You know, please. You know how many people actually do think like that?
I'm sure, but
especially with gas as high as it is.
I'm sure of that, but it shouldn't be like that.
No, it shouldn't.
Actually,
and there are girls who will give it up just because. We did go to the movies today, and we saw that 3D movie, and it was after 6 o'clock, and he got me the full plate from Red Lobster, so I might as well give him some as a thank you. That happens. It's true. Yeah. That happens. But I just think that, but what you said, nobody looks at sex or, you having sex with other people as a precious,
and as the Bible says, that you need to wait
thing.
into marriage, and you shouldn't get into. God doesn't want you to sexually sin outside of marriage.
And that's just like with people living together before they get married too, which, you know, people don't have a problem with that or anything like that. Everybody just, you know, lives together, which I've had a couple of my friends. They had only been dating like maybe a year or two.
They lived together?
They moved in with each other.
Are they still married or are they still together?
They weren't married. They're not together now.
Because
they don't even speak to each other now.
Because they hate each other. Because they crossing a boundary that shouldn't have been crossed in the first place. That's for marriage to live together. Like, it's just really hard to put yourself in that situation, being two different people and not knowing what, you know, what's expected. Like, you really, it's a spiritual thing too, but you're not really knowing the person. You think you like that person, but once you move into them, it's a whole different ballpark. Just everything will, you know. But this is the end of this shit. We're gonna wrap it up.
And Facebook, tweet us, questions, comments.
Call in.
Yes, we have been asked to do a Skype thing. We'll think about it. I don't know. But anyway, have a good one.
This has been
This Shit.
I'm Tiffany.
And I'm Austin.
Good night.